Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I went fishing today with my friend Nick Burafado, who is with Link2, my sponsor, and we went and caught, I asked the audience if they could figure out what kind of fish this was. It is called a barramundi. I think I said that right. It's an Australian fish, and there was a lake here that does it, that has barramundi stocked, and we got to sit out there and fish. And these fish, they get really big. I think they get as big as like 30 pounds. I think mine may have been the biggest. This one was probably 6 to 8 pounds if I had to guess. And then Nick caught a good size one too. That one's at least 5 or 6 pounds, I think. But we caught a lot of fish today. And apparently those are good eating fish too. I've never had one. Now check this out. I've got more video of Trump.
Upon taking
the pro crypto candidate.
office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and crypto presidential advisory council. Would anybody like to be on that particular council? Please raise your hand.
There may be some overlap here because I haven't gone and listened to every word of each one.
Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. We will have regulations, but from now on, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry, people that want to make it clear and simple, straightforward and fair, people that want to see your industry thrive, not dive. Next, I will immediately order the Treasury Department and other federal agencies to cease and desist all steps necessary because, you know, there's a thing going on in your industry. They want to move the creation of a central bank digital currency. It's over. Forget it.
That's what Elizabeth Warren wants, is one where they can control us. Here's another good clip.
As part of our effort to provide regulatory clarity, we will create a framework to enable the safe and responsible expansion of stable coins. Do you know what a stable coin is? Does anybody know? Please raise your hand. Allowing us to extend the dominance of the US dollar to new frontiers all around the world. America will be richer, the world will be better, and there will be billions and billions of people brought into crypto economy and storing their savings in Bitcoin.
There you go. And real USD. Remember that one? All right, here's another interesting clip.
Plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
It won't just be Bitcoin either, folks. It'll be the ones that can actually be used, by the way. And then here's Cynthia Loomis at the same event.
Here it is. This is the Bitcoin Reserve Bill.
I still don't trust her, by the way.
I'm reading from the text. In the Senate of the United States, to establish a Bitcoin strategic reserve, a network of secure storage vaults, purchase program, and other programs to ensure the transparent management of Bitcoin holdings of the federal government.
Folks, regardless of what you think of Bitcoin and all that stuff, if what they're talking about here if this comes to fruition, this is the way the United States should be. We should have leaders who are pro-innovation and are trying to spur economic growth, not try to stop it so that they can maintain their power. This right here, what they're talking about, would create a boom for all of crypto. We could call it the Great Crypto Boom. How about that? That's a good thumbnail. All right, moving along. Here's another clip from Donald Trump.
Bitcoin. And so, as the final part of my plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America.
There may be some overlap here. I'm trying to get all of this.
Keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds.
Okay, we've already heard that part. Now, John Deaton was on the stage. Listen to what he said.
Thank you, and it's great to be here. Listen, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. That's where I was born. Single mother on welfare and food stamps in one of the worst neighborhoods in America in the last 40 years, called Highland Park, Detroit. And listen, when I read the Bitcoin white paper in December of 2016, I thought of my mother, because I remember standing in line watching her debase herself because she couldn't keep a minimum bank deposit. So she had to go to those check cashing stores that you see in the hood. And I saw her beg them, can you please take not 20% or 15%? We need that money for food. So when I read the Bitcoin white paper, I thought of her, and I thought of how we can eliminate the predatory fees of the banks and the middleman. When I was in college, I would send my mother money to help with my younger two siblings. I'd send her $100. It would go through Western Union. They would take $12 or $15. And so listen, when they're not looking, that's where you pay attention. I just disclosed to the Federal Election Commission that my net worth 82% is in Bitcoin, baby.
82%.
And I'm going against Elizabeth Warren, who wants to ban the self-custody of Bitcoin in the United States. She went on Meet the Press and she told Chuck Todd that America is ready for a Federal Reserve issued CBDC.
Bad news. All right, then here's RFK. Here's what he's saying he would do. Everybody's all about crypto now. We are the champions, folks, and I'll show you how in a second.
We'll sign another executive order directing the U.S. Treasury to purchase 550 Bitcoin daily until the U.S. has built a reserve of at least 4 million Bitcoins. And a position of dominance that no other country will be able to usurp. Our nation holds approximately 19% of global gold reserves. This policy will give us about the same proportion of total Bitcoin. The cascading impact from these actions will eventually move Bitcoin to a valuation of hundreds of trillions of dollars.
Okay, now I'm going to skip, sorry, Stuart Alderati, I'm going to skip this because I want to get to, while all of that positivity is going on, here's what Elizabeth Warren was up to just a day ago.
But it isn't the only risk. Foreign-owned crypto mines also threaten our energy grid. Could that threaten our national security?
Senator, of course, an impact on our energy sector, our energy resources, our energy supply chain could very much have a national security impact.
All right. It is time for us to pass the laws that Treasury needs.
Okay. All right.
Okay, then this was her as well.
These mines are actually warehouses stuffed with computers that process crypto transactions and produce new crypto tokens. They're loud, they're hot, and they suck up a ton of electricity, which can crash the power grid. According to a blockchain analytics firm, today 1/3 of crypto mining facilities in the U.S. are owned by citizens of the People's Republic of China. So you oversaw the investigation into Mine 1 and told the president that the divestment was essential.
Now, You all know I agree with a lot of the stuff on the mining and all that. I don't in any way think that in the end of this thing that Bitcoin is going to be what changes our financial system. I think they created Bitcoin in order to make libertarians and make U.S. patriots feel good about the onslaught of digital currency and all. And that's fine as long as they let it live and as long as it's a part of things and people can use it for that store of value and all of that. But that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is the alpha, because it's not. That's what they won't tell you. Now, what Elizabeth Warren's trying to do is she's trying to make anything associated with crypto negative, and what she wants to do is for there ultimately just to be, if there's crypto, it's got to be government-run crypto, and that's not what we want. We want private companies to have crypto that's issued and all that, so that we're not all stuck in just government. We have choices, and maybe that was the point of Bitcoin. Now, but in the middle of all of this pro crypto stuff at the Bitcoin conference, Kamala Harris and all of them are seeing the writing on the wall. Vice President Kamala Harris is looking to reset the relationship between Democrats and U.S. crypto community. This is after them trying to destroy it for over 3 years, trying to hurt anybody associated with it. I said, hey, Kamala, talk is cheap. Fire Gary Gensler and drop the lawsuit against Ripple. Then there's this, Altcoin Daily. 27 Democrats have signed a letter to the DNC demanding an end to anti-crypto policies of Elizabeth Warren. In other words, Operation Chokepoint 2.0. Well, we don't have time for all these liars. They've shown us they lie about everything. There's one guy that's saying he'll end Chokepoint 2.0 right away and fire Gary Gensler, and that's Donald Trump. I told Elizabeth Warren here, the anti-crypto army has become prisoners of war. Greatest political miscalculation in history. Vote for John Deaton. Put this old lady communist into retirement. That's where she belongs. Now, folks, I'm going to, in DAIXRP.com, I'm going to show you two things. One is a newly surfaced video of the Trump assassination attempt that I don't think anybody's seen yet. The other thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to give you kind of my theory. The Bitcoin thing has never made, it never will, it's never going to make sense to me. The idea that our government knows who Satoshi is and they're intentionally lying to us and trying to act like nobody knows who it is. There's a reason behind it, but I've never been 100% comfortable because we know that they know who it is. And they're trying to pretend to us like they don't. That's a red flag. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Even Coinbase had written in their IPO documents like a disclaimer if Satoshi was ever found out, it might change the value proposition or whatever. I think it was in their IPO filing documents. But anyway, we're going to go. That's what I'm going to go over with you. I have there's something not right about the whole Bitcoin thing. Trump's not dumb. These people know that the real technologies that are going to change the financial system are the XRPs and the XLMs and the handful of others that actually have real utility and actually do things. The smart contracts and everything. These people know this. There's a reason that they're holding up Bitcoin, which is the dinosaur, as if it's the end-all be-all when they know it's not. There's a reason. I don't know exactly what the reason is, but I'm going to give you one of the theories when we go in here. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go. Newly surfaced video from the assassination attempt. All right,